Hello, everyone. This is Own Wall Street with the TradersPerspective.com doing my Wednesday evening analysis. Before you, you have crude oil on the 4 hour time frame. It's been a heck of a week, a wild ride for those of us that have been watching oil and as well as natural gas. You can just see that we've had just this breakdown and support around 40. Well, we ended up closing there, but the support level's around 48, let's call it. And I know that in my earlier video on Sunday or Monday that I did it, I was expecting that price would kind of maintain. I think it was the price action between around 48.30 is what I said, and around 49.50 or so. So I was pretty close in that aspect. We did in fact break below at one point, and also a little bit higher at one point. But overall, it was pretty much what I expected. I still think that the bulls should not be counted out. I know that we have this head and shoulders pattern here on the 4 hour time frame, as you can see here, with the head right here and then the right shoulder here. We did manage to hold this area right here, so that in itself is a good sign. It's been a little bit weaker over the past few sessions than I would have anticipated, but I do believe that I mentioned that if we could manage to hold this uptrend line here, you can see it a little bit on the daily time frame here, indicated by this green line right here. So this line right here is the weekly uptrend line, if you will. Let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit. I know I've mentioned it before. As you can see, it's been kind of the area where price, even though it's broken this more aggressive uptrend line, it's been respecting this line quite a few times. It's acted as resistance when we did get below it. So it is a line that I am keeping on my chart, just to because it is a major piece of what's happening in the market right now. And the reason why I say that is because again, we have managed to stay above this trend line here, which is pretty crucial for the bulls if they're going to make a run for the 50s again. So, as far as my opinion into what's happening to the end of the week or so, I'm not counting out the bulls. In fact, I think that since today was such a big reversal in the market, I think we're actually gaining some strength, and I'm going to show you why. So, again, I mentioned this support line here at around 48.30, or let's call it 48.10. Doesn't really matter. This area has been acting as support. If you want to get more specific, you always have to drop down to the 1 hour, 30-minute time frames, and then you can catch all of these to be more precise. But in respect for time and everything, I assume that most of you have some level of charting. Otherwise, you wouldn't be looking at me playing with these lines and speaking hieroglyphics to you. So back to what's happening here. So on the 4 hour time frame, we did break below this old uptrend line here on the 4 hour time frame. So again, we went up and tried to test 50, and we broke below what was trying to act as support around 49.40, and have now since bounced off, let's call it 48.10. So 48.10 is now the support, and you can see here by these previous 3 4 hour candles that we are having some change of heart here, and the bulls are starting to come back, and shorts are probably going to start covering once we break above this downtrend line here. So again, this is the 4 hour time frame, and this level here has been the acting level of supply. So if the bulls are going to make a stand into the end of the week and kind of you know change this trend that's kind of apparent to most people, which is that it looks like oil wants down. So if that's going to be averted and they're going to maintain, as I say, I mean, the market, investment houses, investment firms, speculators, etc., if they are going to bring prices higher, then we're going to need to get above this 200 period simple moving average, which coincides with, again, this downtrend line here, and also break above this level here, which has been acting as the resistance level here. I tried, once levels of support are broken, they do turn into resistance. So again, I expect that towards the end of the week we will see higher oil prices, and the main key to seeing a nice move in price would be to get above this 200 on the 4 hour time frame. Like to see it close above 49.40 tomorrow as a nice bullish stance. If we can get even higher, that'd be great. At this point, the next level past 49.40 would be a test of this 50 period simple moving average on the 4 hour time frame, or otherwise known as $50.15. So that's what we're looking at for any type of bullish upside on the opposite side. If this level holds true, then as a short, somebody playing DWT, you would want to see oil prices continue to come back down. And again, taking note of the weekly uptrend line, if we do end up closing down here below this trend line here and below that 48.10 level that I mentioned previously, then it's game on for the shorts and the longs will be throwing in a towel. And the reason why I say that, it again goes back to the weekly time frame. So once this level is broken, this uptrend line, if that does happen, I'm just giving you the opposite of my previous input, just in case 49.40 holds. This is the plan. So that's how you kind of have to think of it. As a trader, you always have to be on your toes and thinking about, okay, so if option A doesn't work out, what's option B, etc. So always have your fail safes in place and a game plan on what happens if you're wrong and how to take advantage of that and turn it into an opportunity. So again, I'm babbling a little bit, I apologize, but all good points and it's good for your ears. So if we end up going below this 48.10 level, then as a short, in the coming weeks, you'd expect price to completely come back down here near 45.30 or so, probably 45 flat. It depends where they catch it, but looking to my left, as you can see here, that area has been the support area, so around 40, 44, 72, $45. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. So again, I'll reiterate my call. I think that we do see a little bit of a bounce in oil, just looking at this 4-hour time frame. And zooming out a little bit, that's the key level. So I do see further upside, even though we are in real time. And yes, there bigger bounce and whatnot from the inventory data that came out. If that's confirmed tomorrow, then again, bulls have that on their side, and hopefully, hopefully, we're going to see what we're going to see in the market. I'm in my opinion thinking that we see 49.40 test and possibly a break to the upside. And the reason why I say that is because we maintained this lows here and we are above this uptrend line. However, if things don't play out accordingly, but we do maintain this level, the key, I want you to all remember, the key is this uptrend line here. If this breaks, then like I said, if we break and close, let me reiterate that. If we break and close below here, then I'm not then I'm going to be more bearish biased, obviously and clearly, right? I mean, looking at this monthly time frame, you can kind of see what's happening. We've been trying to build support here and hold on to this range that we've been trading in over the past several quarters. So again, I do think that we do see a little bit of upside of oil into the end of the week. How much so depends on if we can break that 49.40 level, as I mentioned before. I'm on Wall Street. This has been a presentation of Crude Oil, brought to you by thetradersperspective.com. Guys, subscribe, comment below, like, share my videos around, do whatever you please. I appreciate the love. I will be giving my next update on probably Sunday, so look for that in your YouTube feed. Thank you again all for watching. Have a pleasant evening.